4 times. Companies with strong cultures outperform their peers by 4 times on long term revenue growth. 4 times. That's not a soft advantage, that's a compounding competitive weapon. So, why can't 90% of companies tell you in specific operational terms what their culture actually is? Hello, my name is Todd Hagopian, the original Stagnation Assassin, author of The Unfair Advantage and Stagnation Assassin on Amazon. Today's stat: strong culture companies outperform by 4 times. Here's the distinction between culture as a competitive advantage and culture as a poster on the wall. Let's talk about what this number actually means. Research by James Heskett at Harvard Business School, published in The Culture Cycle, found that as much as half of the difference in operating profit between organizations can be attributed to effective culture. The 4 times growth differential has been corroborated by multiple sources and studies, including work by John Kotter and James Heskett in their landmark corporate culture and performance research. Here's the real insight buried in the data. The outperformance isn't caused by having a strong culture in the abstract. It's caused by the specific operational mechanisms that a strong culture creates: faster decision making, lower coordination costs, higher retention of top performers, and stronger alignment between individual behavior and organizational goals. Culture doesn't create performance. Culture creates the conditions in which performance is structurally more likely to have happen. The headline is shocking. The implication is even more so. Most companies are leaving a 4 times multiplier on the table, not because they don't value culture, but because they've never operationalized it. Let's talk about the conventional crime here. The standard corporate response is a values exercise. Leadership retreats to a mountain lodge. They identify 5 core values. They put them on a website. They paint them on the wall, and then they mention them in the onboarding deck. They call this culture work, but it isn't. Values on a wall are a decoration. Culture is what happens when the CEO isn't in the room. And in most organizations, what happens when the CEO isn't in the room has almost no relationship to the values that are posted on the wall. Here's the Stagnation Assassin response. The hot system treats the culture as an operational output, not an aspiration. You don't build culture by declaring values. You build it by designing the specific management behaviors, decision-making processes, and accountability mechanisms that produce the culture that you're claiming to have. One move that you can do today for each of your stated values: identify the single most visible management behavior that either reinforces or contradicts it. In most organizations, the contradictions will actually outnumber the reinforcements. The gap between the stated culture and the operational reality is your 4 times multiplier waiting to be unlocked. The one line verdict here: culture is not what you put on the wall. It's the management behavior you tolerate when nobody is watching. For more stagnation killing frameworks, grab The Unfair Advantage and Stagnation Assassin on Amazon.com. Visit toddhagopian.com for the world's largest stagnation database. And remember, continue to declare war on stagnation in your business every single day and every single week here with us.